Welcome to History Lens. Today we've put together a slightly disturbing collection of historical photos that show that life in the past was very different from what it is now. Nurse X-ray technician in protective gear, 1918. Special protective clothing allowed workers to avoid the negative effects of X-rays. Alfred Langevin was a man who could smoke a pipe with his eyes. 1930s. Not only could he smoke a pipe through his eye, but he could even inflate a balloon and play the flute. It is worth noting right away that he had two fully functioning eyes. Alfred lived in Detroit, USA, and his amazing abilities were due to an anomaly in the development of his lacrimal gland. At least that's what is commonly believed. Selfies of French surrealist artist Yves Tanguy taken in a photo booth, circa 1928. After the photo booth appeared on the Champs-Élysées in Paris, it immediately attracted the attention of surrealist artists who loved the fact that everything was automatic. One of these surrealists was the artist Yves Tanguy. Glurpo is the world's only underwater clown. The photo was taken around the 1960s at the Aquarina Springs amusement park in San Marcos, Texas, USA, where Glurpo performed. In the 1930s, beauty pageants requiring contestants to cover their faces were commonplace. They were usually highly specialized contests to evaluate a particular body part. For example, in this photo, you can see the contestants of the Beautiful Legs contest. And these are the contestants with the prizes. And these are Mickey and Minnie costumes from 1950 to 1959. If you think these costumes are creepy, you haven't yet seen another version of the costumes that existed during the same time period. Here they are. They made the boy kneel on the stone tiles. No wonder the kid isn't smiling. A couple at a fair in Mexico, 1940. Mexico reportedly has a very long history of self-abuse for religious purposes. Reportedly, to express their repentance, Mexicans might leave town on an empty stomach for a few days, or walk on their knees from the beginning of town to the church itself, or dress in a way that causes suffering, such as the woman in the photo. Opening of the Golden Gate Bridge, May 1937. Someone ran this photo through an algorithm to count the people in the crowd in the photos, and it produced a result of 2617 people. It's worth assuming there are many more people on the bridge, as the algorithm didn't count those around the corner of the bridge. Reportedly, the bridge administration did not expect the huge influx of people and were afraid that the bridge would not be able to support such weight. Fortunately, the bridge sagged slightly under the weight, but stood up to the challenge. Photo from the spine straightening contest. At a beauty pageant, a chiropractor shows a replica of the spine of model Lois Conway, one of the three winners of the spine competition, 1956. In the 1930s in Britain, this is how children were transported. The wicker baby seat has no hint of a seat belt, or at least some kind of restraining rope. A clown from 1914 with a butterfly-shaped arm that looks like it could strangle. The unusually constructed costume gave the clown's legs an unrealistically round appearance, with barefoot boots adding to the overall picture. A 17th century German doll. Obviously, apart from the head, this was a cloth doll that could not stand upright on its own, so it needed a stand. In those days, attaching ceramic heads to cloth dolls was a common practice.